Right, first up is Old Well. This is by Carl TG, 4.19 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and containers. So we'll go in there and we'll scroll along a little. It's right at the end. There we are, £2,000 to place down. Obviously, this is going to be somewhere for you to get some water. Oh, I like that. Sort of old decrepit look to the wood. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Commodity Storage by Missy B Modding, 1.47 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and silos, as you can well imagine. So we'll scroll along to find it because this is ace. There it is, £15,000 to place down. Now this is going to hold 300,000 litres combined, but it's going to hold seed, fertiliser, herbicide and liquid fertiliser. Oh, that's alright. So obviously you load out, well, into your trailer from that one, or you load into the silo there. Ah, I like that. Different tanks. Very nice. Right, next up is Metal Shed. This is by Simulator Games, 9.98 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu and under buildings and sheds. So we'll scroll back along to find, oh, there we are, gone past £10,000 to place down. Obviously, it's a shed. Open side, you've got one wall on the back. Very nicely detailed, all the framework. Is that a light box there? Oh, it is. Turn some lights on. You got a bit of junk in the by the back wall there. What? All the dirt on the wall. That is nicely detailed. Oh, I do like that. Yes, very nice. And next up, we got Grain Storages Pack. This is by Mephius, 8.52 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these two in the construction menu and on two different sections. The first one is under sheds. Now, where am I going to find it? Now I've gone the wrong way again. There you are, £55,000 for the shed, the grain storage 30 by 14. And then if we come up to silos, this is where the other one's going to be. And I've gone the wrong way again. Ah, shocking. There it is. £75,000 to place down. Obviously, this has got a silo inside. It's going to hold 100,000 litres in that one, which is all right. So we'll come over here. We'll open up this door like that. So this is the shed version. Yeah, nice little area inside. Got the door this end. There's a bird inside, mind you. Dear, oh dear. And we'll come out and we'll go into the silo version. So when you get inside, obviously load in and load out at that point. And down to the end again, like that. There's another opening. I like that. Right, next up is Small Cow Barn. This is by 750 Ti Modding and Michael LS. 12.17 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu. And as you can imagine, as it's a cow barn, it's going to be under animals and cows. There we are. £20,000 to place down. It's going to hold 30 cows, which is all right. So we'll come up to there like that. We'll open up that door. Have a little look inside. Obviously, there's no cows in there at the minute. You've got your slurry taken out point there. Your animal dialogue box there. So 30 go in. Yeah, let's put 30 in. Job done. And we'll come round here. There's your milk taken out point. You can open up that door as well. So the cows in there. Fair enough. Then we'll come down here. There's where you're going to put your food and your straw in. And open up that door as well. I'm just chilling out there. Yeah, you take a load off. Fair enough. Oh, I like that. Oh, best close that door, actually. Don't want them cows escaping. Oh, that's very nice indeed. Next up is Cow Barn by Mephius. 9.8 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu. And as you can imagine, under animals and cows. So we'll scroll back along for it because it'll be here a little. There we are, £75,000. This is going to hold 35 cows. And all the triggers are down this end, which is all right. So you've got your taking out point for your slurry there. You've got your taking out point for your milk. Open up that gate if you want to. Back your trailer in. Then you've got your loading in point for your feed and your straw. Then down here is your animal dialogue box. So click on that. We'll put 35 cows in like that. There you are. Can open up that gate as well if you want to back a trailer in. Look at that one sat down chilling as well. Dear, oh dear. Oh, I like that. It's alright, very nice. I mean, nice detail on the woodwork. Yeah, very nice. Alright, next up is Modern Cow Barn, again by Mephius. 9.54 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it in the construction menu. And again, under animals and cows. So we'll scroll along to find it. There we are, 150 grand to buy. This is going to hold 150 cows. Oh, that's all right. So we'll come over here. You've got your milk tanks just in there like that. You got your milk taking out point there. Got your animal dialogue box there. So we'll bang a few cows in just like that. And then you've got your slurry taking out point there. And you load all your feed in there. And you've even got this sort of outside bit. Oh, I like that. I mean, it is quite big, mind you, but being said, that does look nice. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is the Fritz Meyer crop sensor. This is by JMZ, 3.33 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under miscellaneous. Now, obviously, this is going to be for use with precision farming. So it's got an 11-mile-an-hour working speed, 23,900 to buy. The options you've got there are standard, 10 Winkle FGB 600s, that puts a 600 kilo weight on it as well. A 10 Winkle Pack 750, 750 weight. 1,000 weight. 1,500. 2,500. And then back to standard. That's all right, because you've got the crop sensor and you can add a weight to it as well. All the way up to 2.5 ton. Oh, I like that. That's very nice. Right, next up is the Kuhn Deutzfahr Vicon Baler Pack. This is by Arek, 13.72 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these three under balers. Now, basically, they're the same thing with a different colour option. So, obviously, they've got the Kuhn version, the Deutzfahr, and then the Vicon. So, we've got the LSB 1290D, the Big Master 5912D, and then the LB 1290. So basically they're the same machine underneath, but there's a couple of different options you got on the go. So if we go into the LSB one first, so they all require 140 horsepower from your tractor. They've all got a 12-mile-an-hour working speed, 180 to 240 centimetre square bales, 105 grand each for all three. And this is where the changes happen. Obviously all three usual shenanigans to the wheel brands and the tyres. But on this particular one, you got decals, oldest, old, new, or back to oldest. Change the main colour, red, red or red. Dear, oh dear. Rim colour, or you can change anything you like. Yeah, I'm not sure that goes, to be fair. Then we go into the Big Master. So again, the same base options on that. 140 horsepower from your tractor, 12-mile-an-hour working speed. So usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Then we come down, we've got front black decals, yes or no, on the side like that. And you've got decals, old, new, or old. And main colour, green, 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 or green, whichever one you want to go for. Again, change the rims. Well, that looks alright, actually, green and purple. Yeah. Then we come into the LB 1290, and you got the usual shenanigans as before. There's no decal options on this one, just the main colour for the Vicon, red, 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 and red, and red. Dear, oh dear. And again, you change the rim colour to whichever one you want. No, that still doesn't go red and pink together. That being said, though, that's a nice pack of Baileys, that is. Right, next up is the Gutzler Mayer. This is by Vertex Design, 7.81 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under rollers. Now, on the website, this is actually down as an update, and the update is console release. So that's why we're having a look at it now. This requires 60 horsepower from your tractor, 6.4 metre working width, 9-mile-an-hour working speed, 14,220 to buy. The option you got there, working width, so Mayer 640 gives you a 6.4. You then got the Mayer 820, gives you an 8.2, and then back to 640. Obviously, you're going to go with the 820, although I do like the looks of those rollers, though. The tooth design. Yeah, I like that. Very nice. And next up is the Lizard Tardis XL. This is by Omatana, 7.9 megabyte on the download. You're going to find both of these under Forage Wagons. Now, the name Tardis is completely apt for this, because we've got the Tardis M. We're going to this one first. So these are ace. 50,000 litre capacity, 220 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 10-mile-an-hour working speed, 52.5 grand to buy. You then got the usual shenanigans with the wheel bands and the tyres. We'll come down to solid additive tank, no or yes, puts that on the front. Change the main colour to anything you want. Dear oh dear. The design colour does the extra bits. Dear oh dear, that's shocking. And then the rim colour obviously does the rims. Now, Once you got over the bright pink forage wagon, if we then go into the XL, which it is ace, because it's got a 200,000 litre capacity. Oh, that is brilliant. I mean, even on the website, it says, as a virtual farmer, haven't you longed for a loader wagon that you can pick up an entire grass harvest from a medium-sized field without having to drive to the farm again and again? That is ace. 200,000 litres on your forage wagon. I mean, the options are all the same. It's just a different capacity, but oh, Matana, you make some quality mods and you're hitting it out the park again with this one. Oh, loving it. And next up is the HEM 583Z plus CBT5. This is by Landmensch, 9.8 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under two different categories. So the HEM 583Z in itself is under forestry equipment, and then the CBT5 is under belts. Oh, very nice. So we'll go into this one here. So this requires 125 horsepower from your tractor, 88 grand to buy. Then got the usual shenanigans for the wheel brands and the tyres. Then come down to air hose, you can have it black, coloured or black. Attachers, standard, with clutch, all clutches, or standard. Although that being said, puts that on the back. So what that allows you to do is hook it all up. Then we come down to there, you've got parking support. So you've got parking support or park and work supports or parking support. Then you can change the main colour. You go for whichever one you want. Now we'll come out of that. We're going to the CBT because you've got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. You then got design, standard, boxes, spare wheel, all of them or nothing. Then you got with ball hitch, with clutch, or with ball hitch. Main colour. Go for whatever one you want. Then design colour, grey, silver or black does the frame. Now, what you need to do, obviously I've got the actual wood chipper itself, and you can hook it up to the front of the conveyor belt and trail it behind, no problem. But to hook it all up to get it working, what you need to do is come across, just get it lined up with that belt on the front like that. We'll then do L, B and A, unfold wood chipper. And once it gets down, you get the option to attach it. So we'll attach that like that. It's all hooked up. As you drive along, it's all connected. You also do L, B and down on the D-pad. Puts that out. And we'll do L, B and X. Turn it on. We've got to wait for the pipe to unfold, haven't we? Right, turn it on. There we are. So once it's all hooked up, both the belts start working. So you chuck your wood in. Obviously you're going to need a trailer by the side of it to catch all the wood chips. But you're away. That's a mobile wood chipping shenanigans. Oh, I like that. And just remember to get it on the right one. Then you can detach it. We then fold it all up. Hook it back up again and then drive off. All in some sort of train. Oh, I like that. That's very nice. And next up is the Converland Stone Fork Pack. This is by John Deere 2450, 6.67 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under two different sections. So you've got the Stone Fork 160, which is under front loader tools, and the Stone Fork 180 is actually under stone pickers. Oh, fair enough. So the 160's got 1100 litre capacity, and then the 180's got 1400. It's going to do your usual stuff, your manure, your grass, straw, hay, chaff, wood chips, silage, stones, potatoes and sugar beets. So we've got this one here, the 160, 1.6 metre working width, 1100 to buy. Got the options there, old style decals. Where are the decals? There isn't any on it. Alright. Then you got modern decals. There's no decals on it. How can it be modern? Oh, they're on the top. There you are. Dear, oh dear. Old style, modern, or old style. You can change the main colour. You can either have it as red, or the modern green does the actual spikes at the front. And we'll come into the 180. So as the name suggests, 1.8 metre working width, 50 horsepower requirement from your tractor. And again, decals, modern or classic. And then green on the spikes. Yeah, very nice. Right, next up is Lizard Container. This is by DMI 20mm Normandy, 2.26 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under trailers. So it's got a 45,000 litre capacity, 3.5 grand to buy. Got the main colour, you go for whichever one you want. And this is ace, because whilst it's a grain container, and you will need a hook lift for it, if we come back out, got my hook lift set up. So we'll back in like that. There you are, get the attacher icon. Now once it's attached, as long as we're on the correct one, we do L, B and A unfold. We'll come back down to this little Porsche tractor and we can drive into it. That is ace. So what we'll do, we'll jump out of that, we'll get back into this tractor like that. We do L, B and A, fold container, so close the doors. And we'll make sure we're on the correct one. So we're now on the hook lift. We'll do L, B and A, load the container. That's going to put it all on the back. Bearing in mind, we have got our tractor in the back of there, that little Porsche tractor. We can use it as transportation, although it's bumping around a little, mind you. But it'll be alright. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Oh, I like that. That's very nice. Right, next up is Gravity Wagon. This is by ADub Modding, Stoneway Design ABP team. 1.59 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under trailers. So it's got a 14,000 litre capacity. It's going to cost you 11 grand. Got the usual shenanigans for the wheel brands and the tyres there. And we'll come down to main colour. You go for whichever one you want. Does the main colour. Rim colour, as you can imagine, does the rims. But the thing about this, it's got a trailer hitch on the back. So you can make yourself a little train on the go. Oh, that's all right. I mean, 14,000, get a few of them on the go, no problem. Oh, very nice. Right, next up is the Lizard TGA 2200. This is by Rowley Christie 1 VSR Modding Surd. 7.04 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under mulchers. So it requires 85 horsepower from your tractor. Oh dear, oh dear. 2.2. 2.2 metre working width. What's going on with that? 11 mile an hour working speed. 6,288 to buy. There is no options. It comes as it is. I mean, mulches, yeah, they're great for putting the stuff that's left over after a harvest. But 2.2? That's going to take it forever. Right, next up is the Unia Kos. This is by... Now, I'm going to apologise now. Kajefi Rolnik 410 Farmaris. 5.91 megabyte on the download, and I apologise if I've got that name completely wrong. You're going to find this under cultivators. This requires 80 horsepower from your tractor. Oh dear, oh dear. 2.1. 2.1 metre working width. 10 mile an hour working speed. 10 grand to buy. You have got the option of upping the working width, mind you, but the next one's 2.6, which is not much better. And then we go to 3 metre. And back to 2.1. So the maximum working width is a 3 metre. Dear, oh dear. I mean, 2.1. Oh dear, oh dear. Come down the design. We'll carry on. So you've got standard, non-stop. Put those springs on. That looks all right, though. Or standard. No, I'd have them on. That looks ace. Then we've got quarter. No. Or yes. Put those on the front. Then we've got stickers. 1, 2, 3, or 1. Oh, I think I'd have those on. I mean, that does look nice with those springs on it, mind you, but 2.1. All right, carry on. Next up is the Unia Graziads pack. This is by Hatchtown Mods, 9.34 megabyte on the download. You're going to find these under 2 different categories. So we've got the first 2, which are going to be found under plows. Then you've got the spike, which is going to be found under miscellaneous. So we're going to the first one. Now, we'll start from the beginning with this. They're tiny. Absolutely tiny. This one's 0.6 of a metre. That's 60 centimetres. That's not even a foot long from Subway. Shocking. 20 horsepower requirement. So that's a redeeming feature, mind you. You're not going to need a lot from your tractor. It's only going to run at 4 mile an hour, though, which is really slow. 500 is going to cost you. You then got the option there. Shearer, no or yes. Just put those extra bits on the plough parts. Then you've got spike handle, no, yes or no. Obviously, you'd need that on if you want to hook it up to the second part of this, the spike itself. You can change the main colour to any one of those sort of distressed looks. So that does the main frame. And then design colour, we'll go for grey. Does all the extra bits. We'll go into the second one, which is not much better, because this is 0.9 metres. That's less than a metre. That's... dear, oh dear. 40 horsepower requirement required on this one. Still 4 mile an hour working speed. Grand and £50 to buy. Again, same options as the previous one. Spike handle, yes or no. You're going to need that to hook it up to the spike. Main colour again, and then design colour again. And we'll come out of that, we'll go into the spike. It's got 0.7 meter working width. I mean, like, all three of these you could probably fit in your pocket, not a problem. Again, 4 mile an hour working speed. It's only going to cost you 200 to buy, which is all right. I mean, this isn't saying a horsepower requirement, but all right, fair enough. Main colour, again, match it up with your plough. I do like the look of that, though. That does look very nice. It's just really small. All right, we'll carry on. Right, next up is the Tekla Z274-1. This is by Hatchtail and EE, 4.53 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under bale wrappers. Now, this is only going to do 125 centimeter bales. It's going to cost you £4,000. So the options you got there are stickers, 1 or 2 or back to 1. And you've got the option there, 1 attacher joint, 2 attacher joints, or 1, although to be fair, it doesn't really seem to be doing much. Right, fair enough. Then you've got foil colour, white, black, pink, green, or blue. Obviously, for the foil going around your bale. Main colour, green, green, or red. And design colour, white, white, white. Well, white, ivory, or grey. Let's face it, they're all white, aren't they? Now, what you need to do with this, because it's a little bit different than normal, because this is just the bale wrapper on its own. So you do L, B, and A to unfold it, so it puts it out the back. And what you're going to get is another implement that's got a bale on the front. And all you need to do is just drive up to it, load it in. Oh, that's alright. Why is that not turning? Ah, we are. Job's a good one. So that'll spin round for quite a while, to be fair. I mean, it does look like it puts on more foil than really is needed. But, you know, that's extra protection for your grass, which is very nice. So once it's finished spinning, look how long it's taking. Dear oh dear, that's going to cost you a fortune if you actually had to pay for that foil, but alright. When it's finished spinning, if you do L, B and Y, unload round baler, out it pops. Job's a good one. Oh, I like that though, something different. Very nice. And next up is the Fendt 700-800 Vario TMS. This is by Moose Agro and Lexic Design. 28.5 megabyte on the download. You're going to find it under medium tractors. So it's got 115 horsepower engine, 34 mile an hour top speed, 107 grand to buy. You then got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. Then come down to exhaust cover, original, chrome exhaust. Where is the exhaust actually? That's on the side there. It's original chrome exhaust. That doesn't really seem to be changing it, mind you, but alright. Design line, original. So the design line changes the front part of the grille. The exhaust itself doesn't seem to be doing much. Alright, we'll carry on. You then got front parts, no. Spring holder, hood guard, or no. Then you got hood details, yes or no. Takes that little badge off the front. You got beacon lights, no. Left design 1, right design 1, left and right design 1, left design 2, right design 2, left and right design 2, or none. And you got steering knob, no or yes, puts that on the steering wheel. And we've got carpet, no or yes, although to be fair, if you're out in the field, getting a bit dirty with the mud, it's going to ruin your carpet, that is, but okay. Then you've got attachers, so we've got front hydraulic, no front hydraulic without PTO, front hydraulic with PTO, or no front hydraulic. Then we come down to front loader attachers, so we've got no, quickie, Hauer, Fendt, or no. And we've got the engine set up, so 115 is standard, 120, 140, 160, 150, that's going into the 800 version, 170, 185, then back to 120. Then we'll come down to the Isaria Pro Compact if you've got the option on for precision farming. And you've got the main colour, go for any one of those. Fair enough. Then you've got design colour, we'll go with a blue. Petrol blue, although it hasn't done anything. Let's put the front hydraulics back on. Or was it the seats inside? No. Rather random. All right, carry on. Then you've got the rim colour. Got black, red, white, or beige. Well, that looks all right, though. Yeah, very nice. Next up is the New Holland CX8 series. This is by Tarxi 007, 28.21 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under harvesters, and I must admit, this looks ace. Straight away. This is what it's like as soon as you come into the shop. The track's brilliant. Love it. So it's got a 370 horsepower engine, 19 mile an hour top speed, 9.5 grand grain tank. It says costs 240 grand with a 20 grand price tag extra. And that's for the crawler tracks. But it comes standard. Look, if we come out of that and we'll go back in, it comes standard with the crawler tracks. So surely it should come as standard. Not that one. Go back down. It should come as standard with the standard wheels. But all right, we'll carry on. Because you've got the usual shenanigans with the wheel brands and the tyres. And then we'll go back up to the configurations. So we've got 8.7. We then got the 8.8, which puts up to 426 horsepower and 11.5 grand on the literage. Then got the 8.9, which puts up to 460 and 12,500 litres. Then back to the 870. And we'll come down to the model years. You've got 2021, 2001 to 2020. Then back to 2021. You want the older style version? Entirely up to you. I mean, that does look all right, though. Very nice. Right, our last mod for the day is the John Deere 959MH. This is by North Modding Company, 18.33 megabyte on the download. You're going to find this under forestry equipment. So it's got a 330 horsepower engine, 6 mile an hour top speed. That's well slow. 470 grand to buy. And obviously, this is a great big crane tracked tree chopper downerer. There you are. There's a new word for you, chopper downerer. So they've got the configurations. So you've got the 953. Got the 959, just puts it up on a little bit of a higher angle, or the 953. And you come down to design, so you got the Waratah, the John Deere, or the Waratah. So that's the cutting head on the front. So have the yellow for the John Deere, or the red for the Waratah. That looks ace, though. I do like it. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm terrible at doing forestry, but that just looks brilliant. I've also got a new map, the Gemeinde Taubel, and says, welcome to the municipality of Taubel, a map purely born out of imagination. Oh, that's very nice. So we'll take a look at that in a separate video. I've also got quite a lot of updates. So the first one is the all-in-one production by the Lord. Got the flour mill modernised by ADub Modding and ABP team. Got Aunt Emma's shop by LSMT Modding Team Stefan. Got the square slurry storage by User 555. Got the open air garden by Omatana. Got Old Cow Barn by Razak. Got the selectable bale capacity pack by GH66 Mods. And in particular, they've added a Farm Tech trailer with auto load for all sizes of round bales and square bales, which is ace. Got the Lizard CL42 by Holtz FS. Got the Lizard RTM5 by Holtz FS and Wagner Giacomosi. The Massey Ferguson 8S US EU series by KRKZ Modding's had an update. And the Agco Ideal by Marcus LS Modding Team has also had an update. So that's all your updates for you. As that's your mods done for you. Drop it in the comments below which one's your favourite. We'll see what people are looking at. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.